Out here at a private collection today. Our Oliver Club member is having an open house, and it's a heck of a collection. I was just going to go through and highlight a few. Most of you Oliver guys know what a lot of these tractors are, but there's some real unusual ones here that I felt like definitely deserve a walk around. So the first row we're walking on is the Cockshutt row. And one thing we're going to go by, you don't normally see a lot of restored equipment. It's a beautifully redone Superior drill in Cockshutt red. Very nice piece to go with the tractor. This is what I wanted to have a little walk around of. Why is this Cockshutt green? Well, the story with this guy is these were specially built for export for Vietnam, and they were like a stripped down version of the 1555. So the hydropower was removed, no 2-speed, no power steering, just kind of a simple tractor. The thought was the people over there would be able to work on them without any special tools or anything like that. There's a white tag on it. So what I was told the deal was that it was a deal for 100 of them. And after 80 of the tractors were shipped, the deal fell through and there was 20 left. But being that they were built for export, they were not allowed to be sold in the United States. And Oliver wanted to get rid of them. So that wasn't a problem in Canada. So what they did was they said, well, let's put Cockshutt stickers over the Oliver stuff and sell them as Cockshutts. So apparently there was 20 of these in this configuration that were sold that way in North America. Here we'll go down the rest of the list of the Cockshutts. Blade style 770 diesel. Very nice, very unusual. Another 770 diesel, the early style grill. Cockshutt Industrial. Apparently this had ended up in an airport down in Florida. And a 550 in brown and red. Here is some more of the unusual. 1850 Cockshutt, front wheel assist. Not mechanical front wheel assist, hydraulic front wheel assist. So as you'll see, you got hoses going down to a hydraulic motor, and then they drive the front wheels. And how that works, they have a variable speed here, levy power live wheel, and you have different speed selections and a pressure gauge to tell you how much you're applying to the front wheels. So you could actually send this forward or enable the front wheels and pull the tractor with it not in gear. And that was completely independent of the transmission. This one's beautifully redone. And here they've got an extra safety there, front wheel on off. Because apparently if you left that engaged and you started the tractor, there was no safety to stop that from running. So if you just reached over and turned a key on it, it'd start walking away on you if some kid left the lever on and you didn't check it. And if an 1850 Cockshutt isn't rare enough, how about a 1950 Detroit powered one with the same thing? Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention on this one. Factory wheel weights. Levy live power. This is the same configuration, only in the 1950 Oliver. Up next, I really do love the looks of these and I'd love to have one. Minneapolis Moline G750. One of 212 produced. This is the same as a 1655 Oliver. This one has been redone nicely. Has ROPS on it, rollover protection system. Oliver guys will recognize that dash. Very cool tractor. And right next to this one is a G850, which is the same as a 1755 Oliver. 185 of these were made. Going down this line some more. Couple big dogs. 2050 front wheel assist. And some of these are friends they brought over for the open house. They have an Oliver collection here. I'm in western Wisconsin. I'll leave the name of the guys out, but I'm sure some of you guys know who they are. 1955 and 1800 front wheel. And then if we pan over here, we got a few unusual high crops in the middle. $18.55, $16.50 with some skinny little wheels on the back.
Keep your hands down, no fingers, no nothing. I don't want to.
Here's the super lineup, starting with a 44. Only made for 2 years, not very many of them around. Super 55. 66. Fleet lines. I know I'm going kind of fast here. I just, if I went through every one of these, this video would be a half hour long. So I was going to stick to the unusual stuff or the ones that stuck out for me. Here's a 66 Industrial that has a unique clutch setup. Instead of a clutch, it has like a hydraulic torque converter in it that actually doesn't completely decouple. When you push the clutch in, it just pulls the fluid off from locking up, and it has a like a soft engagement. And will it stall?
Nope, won't never stop turning.
Won't stall. You can run it with a loader right into a snowbank, or when it starts pulling too hard, it'll just slip. So you can't wreck it. Interesting. Got a 77 fleet line with tracks. I don't know, maybe one of the Oliver guys can tell me, but I've seen a lot of early model 770s were diesels, but I've rarely seen checkerboard, flat fendered, power steering late model 770s with a diesel in them. I find this to be pretty interesting. Again, beautifully restored tractor. Right next to it, a Miss Green 880. For those of you who don't know, they thought they would try promotion back in the late 50s and change the color up, and it went over like a lead balloon. Guys were not a fan of the color, and as a result of them being repainted, and now they're collectible. 3-digit series. Little 440, another really rare tractor. Power unit. So this is an unusual tractor. You'll notice up there it says straight line.
Wow.
So what this does is the loader actually flips all the way over the top, and I have a clip of it being demonstrated. And the idea here was that you would just go back and forth without needing to turn. Like if you were digging with an articulated loader, you always have to turn around to load a truck. This one flips completely over. You dig your load with the bucket behind you, and then it'll go right over the top, and then you're able to dump when you're facing forward. And then you'll notice there's an extra shifter lever on here as well. So if your hands are busy, you know, doing the hydraulics, you can grab it on either hand. They have a fantastic collection out here. It was a great open house, good lunch. I know I kind of rushed through this one. We're kind of pressed for time. Figured I'd hit the highlights, some nice originals around here, and just kind of hit the more unique ones. Very cool. Till next time. I'll leave you with a pulling tractor. It's branded 1655, but it actually has an alcohol 5.9 Cummins in it. HX60. A lot of homemade fabrication on this guy. I don't know how you go about engineering a diesel to run on alcohol. This distributor's all custom. Look at this intake. Told it's around 1100 horsepower. Needless to say, there's not a lot of Oliver left on this chassis. Later.